everything I'm doing is giving you exactly what you need. Like okay, so in MPR, there's a lot of ways you can do one thing, and that's what makes it difficult, because you get these questions, and sometimes the questions are very vague. And if a question is vague, you're like, wait, what do they want? And then you get to a point where, okay, I think I know what they want. But now you realize there's so many ways I can do this. I can use an array, I can use a for loop, I can use other type of loops, which we'll get into at a later point. And then you're like sitting there and you're like, I don't even know what to do. And then you're stuck, right? But now how you get through that, it's like coding paralysis. How you get past that is you form an intuition. So you know when you're driving a car, before you start driving, you do your little test, and then you go for lessons, and then your brother helps you out, and then you do the K53 thing, and then it's not even after that. Once you start driving on your own, you still need to get used to driving, right? But eventually it gets to a point where if you have a manual car, you just know gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, when to reverse, like how it's intuitive. You don't even think about it. You can even text. I know some people like text or phone whilst they're driving, right? And MPR is the same thing. Like when you code, you form an intuition to it. So you'll see this. The more problems you do, the better you're going to get. Okay. So let's just make an agreement now. Else I'm wasting my time. I'm going to give you guys problems, and you guys are going to do them. I'm not giving you so many that. So basically, if you want to pass, you can do like half the problems. If you want to get a distinction, you can do all the problems. Simple as that, right? I do not differentiate. I do not look down on you if you want to pass. I do not look up to you if you want to get a distinction. It's your own personal thing, but everything I give you is exactly what you want. Okay, so let's get started. So we're gonna look. Okay, so does everyone's. So remember, this is, as I said, crash course 1. We're gonna get from the beginning. Everyone's Jupyter thing working. Like you look. Why do you do like that? Like through this. Well, so like, okay, so usually you would open it, you would go to the folder, then you would type Jupyter Notebook or something like that. On my computer, it's not configured, like it doesn't, because it's a new computer, and it's a new version of Jupyter. So apparently, basically when I try that, it just goes to Bing or something, and I don't really use Jupyter as much. Like I only use it in these classes because I use VS Code. This is like this is my baby. Yeah, I use this. So for instruction purposes, Jupyter Notebook, that's what you guys do. So I just launch it through here. That's what works for me, okay? But in a semester test, or you're most probably going to launch it through the same thing. Open it, launch it here, it's going to open, right? Because it's usually, when you got a Jupyter Notebook file, that's where you're going to open it, right? But don't worry about that. The thing is, you're going to launch it, and then you get something that looks like this. Oh, wait. Okay, so this is some code I was doing. Let's come here. So if we come to the home page, we should see. So this is my home page. This is what I have, right? So how Jupyter works, just to give you a background, if you look here, you'll see that there's a thing that says localhost. Okay, that localhost, it's okay. You see that Jupyter's running off your browser, but in actual fact, it's running off your machine, because remember that this browser is installed in your computer, right? So it's running off the machine. So just take note that you don't have to be connected to the internet to use Jupyter. Okay, cool. So this is what you're gonna see, and because it's basically these files you see here. This is all the files on my computer. It's embedded into your computer. So if I go to documents, and I go to where university MPR for me. You can save wherever you want to, but I really advise you guys get organized. Save it in like your MPR folder, like the actual engineering folder if you have one. Save it there, and then So I'm gonna do this is crash course 1, and then I'm gonna create a new one over here. So are you guys familiar? Have you used Jupyter? Okay, so we're gonna just open a new one over here, Python 3. Then let's call it crash course 1. Crash course 1. The problems, like that's what I do. Like because Python is a very practical module. It's not like other modules where you do you do some theory. Like there's always theory involved, and then you do problems, right? Python it's just problems. You just in the beginning now, there's some theory. You need to get used to the idea of objects. and so forth, which I'm going to do with you today. Yeah, but basically, crash course 1, why doesn't it? Oh yeah, so you can't use these things. So just call it underscore. You can't use. Okay, there you go. Rename.